Welcome! Today we will start a beautiful journey together. You do not need a test, you do not need a teacher. You only need your ears and a quiet mind. We are going to listen to 6 stories. These are not just simple stories, they are lessons about life. They are lessons about how we grow. Every time you listen, you will find something new. Every time you listen, you will understand yourself a little more. Some stories will feel very easy. You will understand every single word. You will feel relaxed and happy. Other stories will feel more difficult. You might hear new words. You might have to focus much harder. That is completely fine. That is actually perfect. That is how you learn. That is how you find where you are right now. Think about your own life. Where are you on your journey? Are you starting something new? Are you facing a big challenge? Or are you looking for quiet peace? As you listen to each story, ask yourself, how does this feel? Does this sound like my life? Does this touch my heart? We will go step by step. We will start with a very simple life. Then we will move to bigger dreams, hard choices, and deep thoughts. You do not need to rush. You do not need to worry. Just listen, just feel, just grow. Sit back, take a deep breath. Let the words flow into your mind. Let us begin our journey right now. Lesson 1: The Power of Simple Joy. Let us meet Anna. Anna is 26 years old. She lives in a very quiet world. She does not chase big dreams. She does not worry about the future. She lives in a small house with her parents. The house has only 3 rooms. It has a living room. It has a kitchen. It has a bedroom. It is not a big house, but it feels safe. It feels quiet. It feels like home. Anna has a small dog. His name is Max. Max is her best friend. Every evening, Anna and Max go to the park near their house. The park is green and beautiful. The grass is soft. The air is fresh. Every time she goes to the park, she feels peaceful. She sits on a simple wooden bench. She watches Max run. She watches Max play with other dogs. She does not look at her phone. She does not think about her problems. She just watches the trees. She just feels the wind. You see her life. It feels simple. You look at her day. It feels calm. Every time she smiles, it is real. Every morning, Anna starts her day at 7 o'clock. She does not rush. She gets up slowly. She makes breakfast in the kitchen. She drinks warm tea. She enjoys the quiet morning. Then she brushes her teeth and goes to work. Her job is very simple. She works in a small shop near her house. She walks to work. It only takes 10 minutes. She likes this walk. She looks at the streets. She breathes the morning air. At the shop, she sells food and drinks. She talks to people. She helps them find what they need. She takes their money. She gives them change. Her boss is very kind. He always smiles. Her work is easy and comfortable. At noon, she eats a simple lunch. Sometimes she drinks a cup of coffee. At 5 o'clock, she finishes her work. She walks back home. She is tired, but her heart is light. She is happy. When she gets home, she cooks dinner for her parents. They sit together. They eat simple food. They talk about their day. They laugh together. After dinner, Anna washes the dishes. In the evening, she watches some TV. Sometimes she listens to sweet music. Sometimes she reads a small book. At 10 o'clock, she goes to bed. Max sleeps right next to her. She feels his warm breath. Before she closes her eyes, she thinks about her day. She feels good. Her life has no drama. Her life has no big stress. It is just a simple routine, but she is happy every single day. This is our first lesson. Happiness does not need a lot of money. Happiness does not need a big house or a famous name. Sometimes happiness is just a warm cup of tea. Sometimes it is a walk with your dog. Sometimes it is a quiet dinner with people you love. Do you feel the peace in Anna's story? Do you want more simplicity in your life? Remember this: a simple life is a beautiful life. Lesson 2: Building the Foundation. Now we take a step forward. Let us look at a different kind of life. Mark is a young man who lives near the busy city. He does not have a giant house. He lives in a small apartment. It is simple. It is not crowded. It is just right for him. Every morning, Mark wakes up to a beautiful sound. He hears the birds singing outside his window. He looks out. He can see a green park and tall trees. Even near the busy city, he finds a small piece of nature. This small view makes him feel good. It starts his day with peace. Mark works in a quiet office. The office is very close to his home. He does not like to drive in traffic. He does not like to rush, so he walks to work. The walk only takes 10 minutes. When the weather is cold or rainy, he takes the local bus. But most days he prefers to walk. Walking helps him wake up. It gives him time to think. His workday starts at 8:30. He finishes at 5 o'clock. His job is not crazy. He answers the phone, he sends emails, he helps his manager with small tasks. It is steady work. Every day you work, every day you build, every day you grow. Mark is not alone at work. His colleagues are very friendly. They like to talk. They like to share. At lunchtime, Mark goes to a small cafe with 2 of his co-workers. They sit by the window. They drink warm soup and eat sandwiches. They talk about their families. They talk about their plans for the weekend. One of his co-workers is very funny. He tells silly stories. They laugh together until their stomachs hurt. This connection is important. It makes the workday feel light. It makes him feel like he belongs. After 5 o'clock, Mark does not go straight home. He has another habit. He goes to the gym. He spends 1 hour there. He puts on his headphones, he listens to his favorite music, he lifts weights, he runs. His muscles feel tired, his body feels heavy, but his mind feels completely clear. Every day you push, every day you sweat, every day you get stronger. Exercise is his way to let go of the day. It washes away the stress of the office. When he walks out of the gym, he feels tired but wonderful. He gets home around 7 o'clock. He takes a warm shower. He changes into soft clothes. Then he cooks a simple dinner. Sometimes he eats while watching his favorite show. It is a quiet evening. On the weekends, his life changes. He meets his friends in the busy city center. They get coffee. They walk around the shops. Sometimes they watch a movie. If the sun is warm, they sit in the park. They talk for hours about everything and nothing. This is Mark's life. It is built on small daily habits. He does not wait for a perfect future. He builds a good life today. He does it through small steps. He does it through daily routines. Think about your own day. What are your habits? What are you building? Remember, a strong house is built with small bricks. A great life is built with small daily steps. Lesson 3: Solving the puzzle. Now we take another step forward. Let us meet Liam. Liam is a computer technician. He fixes laptops, he installs new programs, He helps people when their devices stop working. Liam has done this job for almost 6 years now, and he still loves it. Every single day is different. Every day brings a new challenge. He likes his job because it is a mix. It is a mix of logic and creativity. Every computer has a different problem. Every problem is like a puzzle. Finding the right solution is a beautiful challenge. It makes him think. It makes him grow. Liam starts his work at 8 o'clock in the morning. When he arrives at the office, he does not rush. He makes a warm cup of coffee. He sits down at his desk. He checks the list of repairs for the day. Some days are easy. Sometimes the problems are very small. A keyboard does not work. A system is just a little slow. These are quick fixes. But some days are different. Some days are very hard. Sometimes a computer is completely dead. He has to spend hours testing every single part. He tests the screen. He tests the battery. He tests the motherboard. It can be very frustrating. You try, you fail, you try again, you finally win. Every time he faces a hard problem, he does not give up. You try to fix the screen. It does not work. You try to restart the system. It does not work. You try one more time. Suddenly, the machine turns on. The feeling of fixing a broken computer is amazing. It makes him feel proud. It makes him feel satisfied. Liam does not work alone. His colleagues are friendly and smart. They often help each other. When someone has a very difficult case, they sit together. They share ideas. Liam believes that teamwork is the most important part of any job. You can learn so much from other people. You learn from people who think differently from you. At 5 o'clock, Liam finishes his work. He does not go straight home. He wants to clean his head. He wants to forget about screens and wires. So he walks to the green park near his office. He listens to calm music. Or he just enjoys the quiet. He watches the trees. He breathes the fresh air. When he gets home, he cooks a simple dinner. He watches a short documentary online. He likes to watch things in English. In the evenings, Liam does not just relax. He studies. He takes an online course about new computer systems. Why does he do this? Because he has a dream. He wants to open his own business in the future. He wants to be independent. He wants to help people in his own way. It is a lot of work. He is often tired, but he believes it is worth it. On weekends, Liam finally relaxes. He meets his friends. Sometimes they go hiking in the peaceful countryside. They walk up the green hills. They look at the wide sky. This is our third lesson. Life is full of hard puzzles. Sometimes you face a problem that seems impossible. You feel frustrated. You want to stop. But remember Liam. You try, you fail, you try again, you finally win. The struggle is where you grow. The frustration is just a step before the solution. Keep trying, keep learning. Your hard work will always lead you to your dreams. Lesson 4. Taking the leap. Let us look at a story about a big change. This is the story of Nina. Nina is a graphic designer. For many years, she worked in a very big office. She had a safe job. She had a good salary. Her co-workers were very nice to her. Everything seemed perfect. But inside, Nina did not feel happy. She felt stuck. She felt bored. Every day was exactly the same. She woke up at the same time. She went to the same office. She worked on the same projects. She had the same conversations. You look at your safe life, it feels easy. You look at your safe life, it feels empty. Nina realized something important. She was not growing. She wanted more freedom. She wanted to use her own creativity. She wanted to be the boss of her own time. So she made a very big decision. She decided to leave her safe job. She decided to work for herself as a freelancer. She still remembers her last day at the office. Her friends gave her beautiful flowers. They said kind words. They wished her good luck. But inside, Nina was shaking. She was excited, but she was also terrified. She had no plan. She had no clients. She did not know what would happen next, but she knew she had to try. If she did not try, she would always regret it. The first few months were very hard. Every morning, Nina woke up early. She opened her computer. She looked for work online. She sent emails to small businesses. She shared her work with everyone, but nobody answered. Days went by. Still no work. Still no money. You feel scared. You feel alone. You feel like giving up. Sometimes she sat at her desk and cried. She thought about her old office. She thought about her safe salary. She wanted to go back. But she told herself to be patient. She told herself that every small step is important. Every email she sent was a seed. Every design she made was a step forward. So she started to learn again. She watched free videos online. She learned how to talk to clients. She learned how to manage her time. She realized that being a freelancer is not just about drawing. It is about being organized. It is about believing in yourself. Slowly, things began to change. A small business asked her to design a logo. She did a great job. They loved it. They told their friends about her. Then another client called. Then another. Her confidence started to grow. She was finally moving in the right direction. Now, Nina's life is completely different. Her living room is her new office. It is small, but very comfortable. She put green plants near the window. She hung beautiful art on the walls. It is a quiet, creative space. When she is very busy, she works for hours at her desk. But she always takes small breaks. She drinks tea, she waters her plants. Sometimes she takes her computer to a local cafe. She likes the sound of coffee cups. She likes seeing people around her. It makes her feel connected. The best part of her new life is freedom. You choose your projects. You choose your hours. You choose your life. If she wants to work late, she can. If she wants to take a day off, she can. She is in control. Of course, it is not always easy. The money is not always stable. Some months are great. Some months are very quiet. That can be stressful. But she has learned to save money for the quiet months. She has learned to be responsible. She also learned to believe in her own voice. In the past, she felt bad when a client did not like her work. Now she understands that everyone has different tastes. She listens. She asks questions. She finds a way to make them happy. In the evenings, Nina closes her computer. She puts her phone away. She does not work. She cooks dinner. She goes for a run. And sometimes she draws. She does not draw for clients. She draws just for herself. She draws for fun, like a child. There are no deadlines. There is no pressure. There is only joy. Every time she draws for fun, she remembers why she became a designer. She loves to create. Looking back, Nina is very proud of her choice. It was the hardest thing she ever did, but it changed her. She is more organized, she is more patient, she is much stronger. She learned that freedom is not about having no problems. It is about trusting yourself to solve them. It is about walking your own path step by step. She is exactly where she is meant to be. Lesson 5. Leading with empathy. David is a man who leads others. He works as a project manager for a technology company. He has done this work for almost 10 years. Over this long time, David has realized something very interesting. Managing a project is actually quite simple, but managing people is very complex. Projects have dates. Projects have budgets. Projects have clear rules. But people are different. People have deep feelings. People have different ideas. They see the same situation in completely different ways. David starts his day very early. He likes to arrive before anyone else. The office is still quiet. The lights are soft. This first hour is his special time. It sets the tone for his whole day. He makes a warm cup of coffee. He opens his laptop. He checks the list of projects. He reads messages from his clients. He looks for potential problems before they happen. This is his time to think. This is his time to prepare. When the team arrives, the room changes. There is movement. There is loud conversation. There is a strong sense of energy. David does not do the technical work. He does not write code. He does not design the screens. His job is to be a bridge. He connects different people. He removes obstacles. He makes sure everyone has what they need to do their best. When someone on the team is stressed, David has a rule. He does not shout. He does not give orders. He sits down. He listens. Listen more, talk less, trust more, control less. He learned this lesson slowly. True leadership is not about control. It is about trust. When your team trusts you, they tell you the truth. They admit their mistakes. They share their real ideas. But trust does not happen in one day. You cannot buy trust. You have to earn it. You earn it through being fair. You earn it through being honest. David remembers a big software launch from 2 years ago. The team had worked for months. Everything was ready, or so they thought. 2 days before the launch, the system crashed. It completely stopped working. The team was in a panic. Everyone was tired. Everyone was shouting. They tried to fix it for hours. Nothing worked. The room was full of heavy stress. David looked at his team. He saw their tired eyes. He knew that pushing harder would not help. He made a brave choice. He told everyone to stop. He ordered warm food. He told them to walk outside. They sat on the soft grass. They did not talk about work. They talked about their lives. They laughed. An hour later, they went back to the office. Their minds were clear. Suddenly, one developer looked at the screen. He saw the mistake. It was a tiny bug. It took only 10 minutes to fix. This moment taught David a great lesson. Sometimes you make progress when you stop forcing it. Pressure makes you blind. Calmness brings clarity. After a long day of meetings, David needs silence. He does not want to look at screens. He goes home and cooks. For David, cooking is like a quiet meditation. He chops fresh vegetables. He smells the sweet spices. He waits for the soup to boil. This simple process makes him feel calm. It reminds him that good things take time. You cannot rush a good meal. You cannot rush a good life. He also loves to read books about people. He reads about history. He reads about how the mind works. It helps him understand his team better. It helps him grow. David knows that peace is not something you find by running away. It is something you build inside. True success is not just about finishing projects. It is about growing as a person. It is about connection. Listen more, talk less, trust more. Control less. When the team succeeds, David does not take the credit. The success belongs to everyone. Seeing his team grow is the best part of his job. It is his real joy. Lesson 6. The Art of Letting Go. Let us now meet Elena. Elena is a consultant and a writer. For many years, she lived a very fast life. She was always running. She was always chasing something. She wanted a better job. She wanted a bigger city. She wanted to be a better version of herself. She thought that moving forward was the only way to live. She changed her jobs. She changed her homes. She changed her dreams. But after a long time, she looked back. She realized something strange. She was not actually moving toward a goal. She was just running away. She was running away from stillness. You run to find happiness. It feels far away. You run to escape the quiet. It feels scary. There is a strange fear in quiet moments. When everything is silent, you have to look at yourself. You have to face your own thoughts. For a long time, Ella Lenina did not want to face her thoughts. She filled her days with noise. She filled her days with work and plans. But slowly, she learned a deep truth. Silence is not empty. Silence is actually full of answers. It is full of quiet truths. But you can only hear these truths when the noise of the world stops. Now, Ella Lenina lives in a very different way. Her mornings are slow and gentle. She does not wake up and grab her phone. She does not look at her emails first thing. Instead, she makes a warm cup of coffee. She opens her window wide. She lets the soft morning light spill across the floor. She just sits there. She listens to the quiet hum of the world. She listens to her own breath. This is enough. This quiet morning is enough. This simple moment is enough. It is a very small moment. It is very short. But to her, it is the most honest part of her day. She used to think that life was only about action. Now she knows that life is about reflection. It is about understanding what your choices mean. Ella Lenina still works. She helps businesses as a consultant, but her relationship with her work has changed completely. In the past, work felt like heavy pressure. Now, work feels like a daily practice. It is a way to connect with others. She knows the work is logical. She knows the work has structures. But she looks for the human heart inside the structure. She believes that real progress is not about making systems faster. It is about making people feel understood. When people feel heard, everything changes. Outside of her work, Ella Lenina writes. She does not write to become famous. She does not write for a big audience. She writes for her own awareness. Writing is like a clear mirror. It does not lie to you. It shows you exactly who you are. It shows you where your thoughts are clear. It shows you where you are still struggling. Some days she writes about her past. She does not do this to live in the past. She does this to learn from her mistakes. Other days, she writes about the future. She does not try to predict what will happen. She writes to make peace with the unknown. She has been thinking a lot about time. We often think of time as a clock. We think it is ticking away. But Ella Lenina sees time as a space we move through. Some moments feel wide and endless. Some moments disappear before we can even touch them. She realized that the value of time does not depend on how busy you are. It depends on how awake you are. One single moment of being fully present is worth more than a whole week of rushing. When you rush, you miss your life. When you are present, you live your life. In the past, she thought that growing up meant collecting things. She wanted to collect achievements. She wanted to collect praise. She wanted to collect experiences. Now she sees growth in a completely different way. To her, real growth is subtraction. It is the beautiful art of letting go. It is choosing what to release so that you have room for what truly matters. We live in a world that always wants more. More goals, more money, more noise, more speed. But true wisdom is knowing when to stop. It is knowing when to rest. It is knowing when to say, "This is enough." Maybe that is what real freedom is. Freedom is not doing whatever you want. Freedom is knowing that you do not need to do everything. It is a quiet peace inside your heart. It is the feeling that you do not need to hold on to everything to be happy. The older she gets, the more she sees that peace is not at the end of the road. It does not wait for you in the future. Peace walks right beside you. It is in the rhythm of your own footsteps. It is in the warmth of the morning sun. It is in the quiet feeling that right now is already enough. You are enough. Your life is enough. This moment is enough. We have traveled a long way today. We started with Anna and her simple, happy days. We saw Mark build his life with small, steady habits. We watched Liam solve hard puzzles and chase his dreams. We felt Nina's fear and her beautiful freedom. We learned about leadership and trust with David. And finally, we sat in the quiet morning light with Ella Lanana, learning the art of letting go. These 6 stories show us that life has many stages. Sometimes you are in a simple stage. Sometimes you are facing a big storm. Sometimes you are learning to lead. And sometimes you are learning to rest. Remember, growth is not a straight line. You do not need to rush. You do not need to compare your path to anyone else. Wherever you are right now, you are doing great. Every step you take is a part of your journey. Every challenge you face is making you stronger. Thank you so much for spending this quiet time with me today. If these stories touch your heart, take a moment to think about them. Keep listening. Keep learning. And most of all, keep walking your path with a brave and open heart. You are capable of amazing things. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time.